Today, I want to talk about a topic that has a lot of conflicting messages in society today, in the world today. You know, if you living, breathing, you're above ground right now in the context of where the world is at, it's only natural to feel worry, fear, anxiety, concern, different degrees of those emotions for many reasons. And I say conflicting messages because we're grappling with these feelings and we're not too sure how to handle them. You know, have you ever felt like you go online and one guru says, just go within, meditate, pray, go within and find peace within your inner being and you'll be okay. On the other side, you have people saying, just tackle this head on, grow a pair and tackle it head on. And you sit back and you're like, whoa. I still have my Zoom calls. I still have a life to live. I just feel crippled by this emotion. I'm not too sure how to handle it. Now, if this resonates with you, this is the video for you. Let's talk about this, right? I know this feeling intimately well. Like, I've quit my job. I have no guaranteed income. I'm starting a new venture. I'm writing a book. All these new first. I'm freaking out. And from years back, discovered 4 steps on how to diffuse this feeling of anxiety, worry, fear, concern, varying degrees. And they're not my own. I actually discovered them here. This book here, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. I know it has a very cheesy title by Dale Carnegie, but man, the steps in there are found to be incredibly liberating to diffuse. Now, I say diffuse because many people think I need to just eliminate this fear. It's a bad feeling. Not necessarily. Once you start understanding why you're fearful, why you're worried, it always links back to one major thing. You don't know if you're able to handle the unknown, if you're able to handle what's on the other side of this lockdown, if you're able to handle losing your job, if you're able to handle no guaranteed income, if you're able to handle your lover leaving you because you've freaked each other out because you've been locked in together. It's only natural to feel those feelings because you're stepping into the unknown. Now, this book here, and how it's helped me is it has 4 steps that it maps out, and you take out a pen and paper. On one end, it says, what's the thing you're worried about? What's that topic? What's that thing? Write it down. Now, the importance of writing it down, like personally, I'm not a writer. I love speaking like this. I want to record something as opposed to literally sitting my ass down and writing something. But I find that when you write something down, you're able to trap your thoughts on paper. You're able to literally observe something from an observer effect. It almost looks like you detach from the problem. Write it down. Is it that, hang on, I don't know if I'll have a job? Is it, I don't know what's going to happen with my business, relationship, health, anything. Write the problem down. Second, and here's one that I was like, initially when I started doing this, what's the worst thing that will happen if this boils up, if this continues? So, hey, if you lose your job, what's the worst thing that will happen? Won't be able to pay my bills. I won't be able to afford the house I live in. I won't be able to pay the car, to live a lifestyle, to make ends meet, and take it down to the absolute worst thing. I'll become homeless. I'll live as a bum on the street, and I'll be a failure. Everyone will consider me a failure. Write down the worst thing that could happen. Now, the third step is personally where I feel the magic happens. And it goes against what many gurus, new age thinkers think right now. And this is a classic. With the worst thing, accept that worst thing. Accept it. Literally be willing to have the worst thing occur. Be willing to be a bum on the street. Be willing to not be able to make ends meet. Be willing to not be able to pay your bills. Be willing to lose that spouse, lose that partner. Be willing for whatever the worst case is. And I know that freaks a lot of us out because you're like, whoa, dude, am I attracting that? What the hell? And you have no clue how much power there is when you're able to confront your problem, your issue, and say, hey, I'm willing to deal with the worst. I'm willing to handle the worst that could happen. It's almost like a bully on the playground. that bullies you every day. And that's what fear feels like. It's crippling. It bullies you, man. You wake up and you're bullied by it from morning till night. And you step up to the bully and you say, give me your best shot right now. Give me your best shot. Your best shot. You almost diffuse the power the bully has over you, because he looks at you and says, whoa, you sure I can just punch you, like strongest punch? And you're like, yeah, let's rock and roll. Come through. And at that point, they almost feel gaslit. And there's a feeling that resonates with you and says, if this is the worst, this is how you deal with the worst case. Step 4, start devising a plan to tackle the worst case outcome. So when we talk financially, and I've done this, call up your creditors. Hey, dude, or devise a plan in terms of how much you believe you can afford. Hey, dude, I won't be able to make payments for the next 3 months, at least 3 to 6 months. Let's come up with a plan. Whatever the situation is, start devising a plan that makes sense to you, that's gentle for you to start tackling the worst case outcome. Now, here's an interesting thing, man. I've been doing this for 10 years and I've developed other methods of tackling worry, fear, anxiety. And it's still very real for me today, man. But what you find, like Mark Twain said, is most of the things we worried about, the worst case that our minds create, it never happens. That's the weirdest thing, is it never happens. But just the feeling you develop within you to say, I'm willing to confront my bully, I'm willing to confront that thing, the worst thing that could happen, you just develop a little sense of confidence in you. Remember what I said, that all fear, all worry, anxiety, concern boils up because you're not sure you have what it takes to handle the unknown. So you are in a situation where you now have captured your thoughts. It's now known to you, the worst case. And you're saying, I'm building confidence and reserves in myself through my plan to handle this bad boy. Man, it's easier said than done, right? But it's a practice. It's something you want to be doing. Start with small issues, small problems you have, small worries, concerns that you can think of, and just map it out. Trap your thoughts on paper. I want to cover a video about surrendering versus giving up. And the world we live in, people confuse the two. And there's a lot of surrendering that happens there. And I'm going to explain that in a video that I cover. Just an expansion on this worry concept, on this fear concept. I just feel like it's something that many people are looking to hear from. Oh, one thing I've been worried about is, I said I've got a book coming out, right? And I'm freaking out because I'm behind schedule. But, just look out for more videos that I have coming up. I'm going to share a whole lot more detail on that. It is in the pipeline. A lot has changed. And yeah, I'm willing to deal with the worst as well on this. Guys, man, just remember, your words and what they mean for you have incredible power. Use them wisely.